Breaking news. The Pac-12 is now the third conference to postpone all their sports within the fall of 2020 over to the spring of 2021. And they are the second Power 5 conference to do so, as the Big Ten was the first conference to postpone their sports to the spring, and the MAC being the first conference in the NCAA to postpone their sports. And honestly, it's inevitable until all the Power 5 conferences and the rest of the NCAA conferences that are in football, basketball, to push back their sports. It's really inevitable, and honestly, it's really sad because if you really think about it, it's a loss-loss situation. Like, the way that it goes, if you take your fall sports and you push them into the spring, that's going to cause your big stars not wanting to play. They're going to want to focus on the draft and try to get as high of a pick as they can. That's the problem I see with moving the sports for any college, university over to spring. That's going to cause all the big stars like Trevor Lawrence, for example, a big name that everybody's familiar with in college football, probably the face of college football. He is not going to want to play in the spring. He is going to want to focus on getting as high in the draft as he can, which obviously he's going to be the number one overall pick. But regardless, though, I think that moving sports to the spring is not going to have a big effect. Is not going to have any effect for those lower tier guys because they'll probably get some more playing time. But it is going to affect the big stars because they're not going to want to play. They're going to want to not risk themselves of getting an injury that's going to potentially drop their draft stock. They don't want to do that. I mean, just look at Nick Bosa from last year. He didn't even play 2 years ago, he didn't even play his senior year to focus on the draft because he was dealing with an injury. He did not want to play. Even when he was healthy, he did not want to play. And correlating this back to the COVID-19 situation, these big college stars are not going to do anything that's going to ruin their career. And that's the problem I see with the situation with all the conferences now postponing all their fall sports to 2021. It's going to cause a dramatic effect in how fans want to come to these games if allowed in 2021, if this whole situation is even cleared by them. But the way I see it, it's a loss-loss situation. Like, nobody's going to win this battle, and everybody lost, pretty much. And nobody won and everybody lost. That's how I see this. That's how it is going to be for the NCAA, all these conferences, all these teams. Nobody's going to win and everybody's going to lose. That's how I see it. It's a loss-loss situation. There's not much you can do. You can't have the sports in the spring because you won't have any big stars risking their chance of getting injured, and then you can't have them play right now because of the whole COVID situation being a big thing and taking over the United States of America and even all over the world. And honestly, it sucks because I was looking forward to college football this year. I was so stoked. It's always one of the things I always look forward to in the fall, that and the NFL as well. I'm a big football fan, and to not see it happening is honestly really sad. It's making me realize now that we got issues to work out with how we need to handle this COVID situation. And I'm going to be honest, people need to do their part. We need to just accept the fact that sports ain't happening. We just need to accept the fact that nothing really is going to be on TV except for all those other sports like NASCAR and F1, the NBA, NHL. But the NHL and NBA, they're doing a tremendous job. And same thing with NASCAR. NASCAR's a little bit different than football, but we all got to come together and just realize football may not be happening this year. We just got to accept the facts. The NFL may be happening, but as far as I know, the way college football is going, it's not looking good. If the Pac-12, the Big Ten, and the MAC are already canceling their seasons for 2020 and pushing them back to 2021. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. If college football happens in 2021 and any other sports that got pushed back from the fall of 2021. Do you think it's going to be more interesting to see the guys that usually don't get a whole lot of playing time step up and actually play, or what do you guys think? It's going to be very weird to see football in the fall, and not fall, the spring. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions down below. Do you think that college football and all these other sports would be much better in the spring, or would they just be better not having football at all? I want to hear you guys' opinions down below. Honestly, it's a loss-loss situation. We just got to come to terms with this situation right now. We just got to accept the facts. That's all we can do as a community. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of a little bit of a Debbie Downer topic, but I had to get this out there as quick as I can. So be sure to leave a like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already as well. And don't forget to hit that notifications bell as well. And until next time, guys, until the next update, which I hope I can bring out soon and let you guys know if college football is canceled or not. So until next time, have an awesome day, and I will see you all later.